Hello students, welcome to Chem World for You, the world of chemistry. I am Sneha and this video is of chapter Chemical Kinetics, and this video we will be studying about integrated rate equation. So first of all, many questions will be coming in mind. Why to read about integrated rate equation? Because we have earlier read about the differentiation rate equation, which is very easy. Then why to use integrated rate equation? See, there is very problematic things occurring when we are just looking at the graph of concentration and time, and we are identifying the rate, which is not at all simple. So by integrating the rate equation, we can know the relationship between molar concentration at different time and different rate constant. So we need to integrate the rate equation. So what are the product coming? How we will know the reactant of the molar concentration, and what should be the time, and what is the rate constant, and this all are been categorized as the simple, that is your zero order and your first order. So first we will read about the zero order, then it will be coming for the first order. The concentration depends of rate. So the concentration is only dependent on the rate of the reaction, and it is also known as differential rate equation. Integration required to know the relationship between the molar concentration at different time and rate constant. So first we'll read about the zero order. What are the changes it occurred in integrated? So consider A becomes a product, A gives product. Rate of equation, we know rate of reaction is minus D molar concentration of A by dt is equal to the constant rate constant, molar concentration of A 0 is equal to K. So here if we say, then D molar concentration of A is equal to minus K dt. Here it has been given, you can see how it came, and integrating both sides we get molar concentration of A is equal to minus Kt plus C. Your C is constant of integration. So at the time of t is equal to 0, if t is equal to 0, then molar concentration of A is equal to molar concentration of A is 0. So molar concentration of A naught is equal to K into 0, t is equal to 0, so 0 plus C. So C is ultimately the molar concentration of A naught. So by the formula of molar concentration of A is equal to minus Kt plus C, we have to apply here. So molar concentration of A is equal to minus Kt plus molar concentration of A naught. So Kt is equal to molar concentration of A naught minus molar concentration. So what do you mean by A naught? That is initial concentration of reactant A. So we can say K is equal to, your K is equal to rate constant is equal to initial concentration of the reactant A minus the molar concentration of the A by time. So this is the graph over here, concentration time, the slope is coming negative here by initial to final. So next, half-life period. It comes a new thing, that if the time is half, if the time is 0, we get K is equal to initial concentration of reactant A minus molar concentration of A by time. But if the time is half, then the initial concentration of reactant is also half. So by applying the formula, we get the half-life period is equal to molar concentration of A by 2K. Half-life period of zero order reaction is directly proportional to initial concentration of reactant. Here we can see here in the formula. So initial concentration of reactant is straight passing through the origin, and slope will be 1 by 2K. So next page, it might be the graph, or the graph you can see over anything, 1 by 2k. So unit of zero order is in the integrated rate reaction, that is k is equal to molar concentration by time. So mole inverse, liter inverse, second inverse. So for example, we'll solve a problem. The rate constant of reaction of zero order is A is 0.003 mole liter inverse second inverse. How long will it take for initial concentration of A to fall from 0.10 m to 0.075 mole? So for zero order reaction, formula is T is equal to 1 by K, initial concentration of reactant A minus molar concentration of A, that is 1 by 0.003 mole liter inverse second inverse, and we get the A value is 0.10 minus 0.75, so it comes 83 seconds. Then we come for the first order reaction integration. So the variation of concentration of reactant with time is known as integrated rate law equation. Either we have seen about the zero order, that initial concentration of A is coming a variation molar concentration of the reactant. The rate equation, the rate of reaction is directly proportional to the molar concentration of single reacting substance. So in first order reaction, consider A gives rise to B plus C. Then we have the differential formula, that is minus D molar concentration of A by dt is equal to K1 molar concentration of A. If initial concentration of A is equal to small a moles liter inverse, after a time t, after a time t, so if we are taking time t, x moles of A decomposes to give x moles of B and x moles of C. So molar concentration of A after time t is equal to A minus x. So dx by dt is equal to K1 molar concentration of A minus x. Rate constant for first order reaction this is. So dx by A minus x is equal to K1 dt. K1 is the rate constant for first order reaction. So integrating both sides, we are getting minus ln A minus x is equal to K1 t plus C. Now we have to take out the time here. So time should be 0. If time is 0, x should be also 0. Then we are getting C is equal to minus ln A, and if we are applying the same formula towards the minus ln A minus x is equal to K1 t plus C, we are getting K1 rate constant is equal to your 2.303 by t log A by A minus x. As we know, ln x is equal to 2.303 log x. If you are not getting about the equation, you may ask in comment section and I will be replying. But it is very simple, you may know it. Next is alternative method for calculating the rate constant in first order. So we have the formula kt by 2.303 is equal to log A minus log A minus x. So log A minus x is equal to k by 2.303 plus log A. So k is equal to minus 2.303 into slope. So slope will be minus k, so it will be decreasing order if log A minus x and time is in the axis. If the time is 0, then we are getting this formula. But if the time is half-life period, we are getting x is equal to A by 2 and t is half. So we are getting t half is equal to 0.693 by k, or k is equal to 0.693 by t half. So this is all about the integration part. If you don't understand anything or if you have any confusion, you may comment in my comment section and I'll be replying you soon. And last is in the gas phase. So in the gas phase we actually get to know about the pressure. So if you are regarding to the pressure integration, then if A gives B plus 6 B plus C in the gram, so initial pressure we are getting P atmosphere, and first reactant will be getting the pressure when the product pressure is 0. Then the reactant pressure has been doubled and the sum is from the product. So initial pressure is equal to P naught atmosphere, and B plus C do not have any pressure in initial. Pressure after time T, that is P naught minus P atmosphere, and B plus C is getting a P atmosphere pressure. So total pressure of the mixture after T time is Pt is equal to P naught minus P plus P plus P. So we are getting P naught plus P atmosphere. So P is equal to Pt minus P0. Pressure of A at after some time P Tpa minus P0 P naught minus P. So we are getting for time pressure of A after time is P 2P naught minus Pt atm. So you may know about the things. Next we are getting into the formula of first order, that is K is equal to 2.303 by T log initial concentration of the reactant A by the molar concentration of A. That is, you have to put this into the pressure formula. So we are getting it to it. K is equal to 2.303 by T log PO minus 2P naught minus PT. So for half-life period first order, we got T half is directly proportional to the initial concentration of the reactant. Then for the zero order, we are getting half-life period is directly proportional to initial concentration of the reactant, and for second order, that is inverse of the initial concentration of the reactant. In general formula, T half, that means half-life period, is directly proportional to the initial concentration of the reactant A in the power 1 minus n. So if you are getting n, total time by half-life period. So this is all about this video, and next video is of collision theory. So stay tuned. If you like my video, do subscribe my channel, press the like button, share as much as you can, and thank you. Have a nice day.